Azerbaijan may seem like an unexpected corner where tranquility and ancient traditions blend harmoniously with vibrant nightlife and discreet entertainment hidden from outsiders. These two sides of the country are like two sides of the same coin, so intricately intertwined that sometimes it's hard to tell where one ends and the other begins. However, it is quite reasonable to question why such nuances are rarely discussed. Can a predominantly Muslim country still maintain practices that are perceived as contradictory or even outdated, such as secret marriages for pleasure? This perspective is hidden behind the facade of traditional culture, where magnificent women not only grace fashion runways, but also reach international heights in the realm of beauty. At the same time, life in this country, even with modest expenses, remains quite accessible. A 2-week vacation here can be enjoyed for no more than $500. Imagine cozy wine bars tucked away behind unassuming doors, or once abandoned Soviet factories now transformed into modern innovative startups and hubs of technological progress. Tasty street food blends with the snow-capped peaks of the Caucasus, creating an amazing mix of aromas and colors. Broad horizons open up here, from the riches of oil and intricate carpet patterns to the wild interweaving of Eastern culture and Western trends. So let's take a closer look at the 10 most significant facts that help better understand the unique nature of this region. The 10th is the persistence of the practice of secret Muslim marriages, known as muta, for pleasure, which still exists in some parts of the country. This so-called legal marriage can last only an hour, which sounds incredible in theory, but is in fact a real phenomenon. In quiet corners of Azerbaijan, where the Muslim community continues to adhere to ancient customs, there is a practice rooted in centuries-old traditions. Muta, or temporary marriage, is essentially a personal agreement that requires no lavish ceremonies, wedding dresses, or witnesses. All boils down to an understanding between two adults. Sometimes such unions last only an hour, other times from several months up to an entire generation, and sometimes a lifetime. According to Shia Islam, this practice is considered entirely lawful. However, many in society prefer not to speak openly about it. Some individuals completely reject its existence, deeming the custom outdated or occasionally dangerous, while for others it is a sacred tradition, a part of personal freedom and cultural habit. To some extent, this custom balances on a fine line between genuine loyalty and passion in a country where public modesty is still valued and regarded as an important aspect of moral conduct. This is the dark side of Azerbaijani culture that foreigners are often unaware of. If you suddenly hear that someone in Baku is in a civil union or even secretly married, it may turn out that such a marriage has a limited duration. In ninth place is the astonishing but true fact that Azerbaijani women are increasingly achieving great success in international beauty contests. This country, where Muslim values form the foundation of traditional life, has already transformed to such an extent that future global stars of the fashion runway are emerging on the scene. Not long ago, in the year 25 of the last century, Lala Gusinizade not only won the title of Miss World Azerbaijan, but also became the winner of the prestigious World International Contest, surpassing participants from more than 30 countries around the world. And this is far from the only case. More and more young women from Azerbaijan are confidently stepping onto the global stage, combining intrinsic cultural refinement with the glamour characteristic of international runways. What is particularly impressive is that most of these women grew up in traditional settings, where modesty and respect for customs are highly valued. Yet they confidently pose for global brands, walk the high catwalks, and proudly defend their national heritage. It's not just a display of beauty and fashion, it's a form of cultural diplomacy on heels that helps build a bridge between the past and the future. If you're wondering how a country situated between Iran and Russia managed to secure a place on the international beauty scene, know that it is the result of years of effort and profound cultural change. In eighth place is an astonishing fact. A 2-week holiday here can be obtained for the price of just one night in Paris. Not just a vacation, but a real adventure capable of providing a multitude of bright impressions and new sensations in such a short time. In Azerbaijani conditions, this is not just a metaphor. It is a reality where cozy nooks and waterfalls of the Caucasus Mountains blend with the richness of cultural attractions and entertainment, attracting tourists from all over the world. Imagine 2 weeks of an immersive trip that, in terms of cost, is comparable to 2 or 3 nights in the most famous European city. Doesn't that sound fantastic? In truth, it is entirely possible in this country to buy a ticket, book a hotel, and find yourself in the midst of amazing discoveries. Spending 14 days with the same money you would normally spend on one night in Paris, immersing yourself in the vibrant Azerbaijani life and uncovering its secrets. It sounds incredible until you actually find yourself in Baku and experience the atmosphere of this amazing city. In Azerbaijan, where pricing policies and price levels allow you to enjoy maximum pleasure for relatively little money, $500 can easily provide you with a vacation you might not have even dreamed of. This is specifically about a full, 2-week immersive trip that includes comfortable accommodation, diverse cuisine, reliable transportation, and of course, many exciting experiences that will stay in your memory forever. Even if your trips are primarily focused on entertainment and exploring new surroundings, it doesn't mean you have to sacrifice comfort or limit yourself in immersing in the local culture. On the contrary, modern accommodation options allow you to enjoy every moment of your trip without worrying about exceeding your budget. For example, staying in hostels in Baku costs only between $8 and $12 per night, which over 2 weeks amounts to approximately $140 to $190. These establishments are known for their coziness. You can always find clean rooms, tasty and hearty breakfasts are offered, and sometimes there are terraces with panoramic views of the endless Caspian Sea. If you desire more comfort and are willing to slightly increase your budget, guest houses or modern apartments in the historic city center are excellent options. The cost of staying in such places is less than $25 per night, which for 14 nights totals roughly $175 to $200. This is much cheaper than in many European cities and allows you to save significantly, freeing up funds for true culinary delights. Food in Baku is a separate topic worthy of special attention. Azerbaijani cuisine is considered a real find for budget travelers, as local cafes and canteens offer aromatic dishes such as dujbar, juicy shashlik, or rich saffron pilaf, costing only $3 to $5 per serving. Fresh pomegranate juice is an affordable treat, just $1 per glass. As a result, by spending approximately $10 to $15 daily, you can fully satisfy your appetite, enjoy the flavors, and feel confident about your expenses. However, this is just the tip of the iceberg, because the true culinary gems are hidden in cozy tea houses on quiet streets, where you can try nearly free tea with jam while observing the lives of locals, watching backgammon matches, or simply enjoying the tranquil atmosphere. Food and accommodation are only initial impressions. Public transportation in Baku is another factor that pleasantly surprises with its affordability and reliability. A ride on the metro costs just 30 cents, and inner-city minibuses connecting the capital with neighboring regions cost less than $1. Even bus routes that travel long distances to mountain towns like Shaki or Kuba, where ancient fortresses and unique historical monuments are located, cost no more than $10. At the same time, most museums and popular attractions offer entrance tickets at very affordable prices, ranging from $1 to $4, making them accessible to nearly every traveler. If you still find this surprising, it's worth knowing that many of the most significant and captivating experiences in Baku are completely free. You can walk along ancient city walls, UNESCO World Heritage Sites, climb the fiery slopes of Yanar Dag, where tongues of living flame shoot from the ground, or enjoy a magnificent sunset over the endless Caspian Sea from the summit of a mountain blazing with fiery hues. All these opportunities are entirely free and available to everyone. Local residents are happy to invite you for a cup of aromatic tea, and street musicians will play their heartfelt melodies, immersing you in an indescribable atmosphere. Carpet sellers will tell fascinating stories about their people's culture and traditions rather than about price tags. All this color, the atmosphere of friendliness and generosity of the locals, make Azerbaijan a truly warm and hospitable land. No matter what happens or how the world around you develops, It remains a country where the warmth of the soul and the richness of culture meet genuine hospitality. In a world where $500 can barely cover a romantic dinner for two, this country allows you to spend a whole week of unforgettable, vibrant experiences with that amount of money. It's not just an option for budget travel, it's a thoughtful and reasonable choice for those seeking quality leisure without overpaying, and who want to immerse themselves in a unique atmosphere that can only be found in Azerbaijan. The evening life in Baku is an incessant flow of energy that doesn't fade with dawn, even though many tourists often think the city recedes into darkness and is cloaked under the night's cover. In reality, this is not the case. Baku, like a bright jewel, continues to shine and sparkle, illuminating the night with thousands of neon lights that shimmer and glitter on building facades and in the sky, creating an enchanting atmosphere. The voices of pounding lounge halls heard from deep into the night with deep bass invite you into their spacious and cozy interiors. Underground techno clubs, hidden behind velvet curtains with their intimate ambiance and vibrant lighting effects, await both regular and new visitors. In bar areas, there are moments when it feels as if time has stopped. Music pulls you in with its magnetic charm, and a special atmosphere lingers in the air. However, there's one characteristic that becomes noticeable to those arriving here for the first time or who are not local residents. Part 5 of 18. There is a well-established and widely known fact in Baku. The entrance fee and the cost of drinks are at different price levels depending on your status or origin. One could say that Azerbaijan has a kind of two-tiered nightlife economy, largely based on unwritten rules and traditions. Inside the city, many locals frequently visit clubs completely free of charge. They know the security guards, get on guest lists, and pay nothing. But when it comes to talking to foreign guests or even just showing a foreign accent, demands for payment at the entrance or for cocktails immediately appear, sometimes twice as high as what locals pay. This isn't so much fraud or deception, but rather an informal price for the foreigner status in the closed yet vibrant world of Baku's nightlife. Nevertheless, despite these nuances, tourists willingly return and continue to find this place attractive. What makes the capital of Azerbaijan at night so compelling? What is its distinctive feature? The answer is simple. Baku's nightlife is a true and unique fusion of Eastern and Western cultures, creating an unmatched atmospheric cocktail. In some clubs, Western popular music like pop and electronic tunes are played, while in neighboring venues one can hear Azerbaijani rap, Tatar and Uzbek motifs, or even Berlin techno. Everyone will find something to their liking here, and each person can feel part of this world where the boundaries between reality and fantasy blur. An important element is the dress code. A man most likely won't be able to enter a club without a collar or a shirt with a turtleneck. This adds a special sense of strictness and style to the event, emphasizing the aesthetics and atmosphere of elitism. In this mysterious world of nightlife, where every evening seems to turn into an exciting journey, the boundaries of reality disappear for those who know how to uncover all its secrets. Not everyone can easily get inside. The entrance is often closed, and not everyone will be able to penetrate into the enchanting space hidden behind heavy doors and velvet curtains. Inside, women in elegant dresses and high heels await. Almost magically, they enter easily and effortlessly, leaving all worries behind the threshold. Inside are cozy lounges where hookah smoke mingles with the air, creating a fairy tale atmosphere that stretches until dawn. Soft, subdued lighting, music pouring from rooftops of bars, and reflections in the calm waves of the Caspian Sea create a special sense of seclusion and relaxation. Evenings in private VIP rooms, where intimacy and exclusivity reign, immerse guests much deeper into an atmosphere of exceptional comfort and privacy. These nightlife entertainments are not only about dancing and having fun. Sometimes the evening doesn't start with music at all, but with sampling exquisite wines in ancient cellars, where the sense of a timeless key transports guests to an era long gone. Here, live jazz sounds as if taken from the past, filling the space with mysterious nostalgia and charm. Many popular clubs are located in old buildings from the Soviet era, whose harsh facades conceal magnificent dance floors filled with strobe lights and waves of music that turn the night into a vibrant kaleidoscope of colors and movement. Still, returning to the questions about prices and costs, why do such differences in pricing policies arise in Baku? Why do locals, knowing the security staff and following all the rules inside the clubs, gain easy, free entry while tourists have to splurge to get in? The answer lies in the atmosphere of exclusivity and a special status created within this world. Everything here seems designed for the chosen few, for those who truly know how to get inside and have connections or preparation. But despite that, every guest, for their money, receives a high level of service, safety, and comfort, as the internal environment of such establishments is very strict and carefully guarded. Leading DJs come from Paris, Istanbul, and Berlin, adding international flair and top-quality music programs. Compared to prices in Western countries or the Gulf countries, even the tourist tax in Baku appears quite reasonable. An evening that includes an entry ticket, drinks, and a taxi to the hotel often costs less than $60, making the city's nightlife attractive and accessible for those eager to experience it in all its fullness. Knowledge of local rules and customs truly significantly influences the quality of your stay and the experience gained in an unfamiliar city. To stay informed about all nuances, it's recommended to familiarize oneself with local traditions and laws in advance. Participate in thematic chats and groups dedicated to cultural events, and try to avoid so-called tourist routes, prestigious but often overcrowded places. In quiet, lesser-known corners, away from noisy streets and bright signs, prices for entertainment and food tend to be much more pleasant, and the atmosphere becomes infused with real magic, soaked in a spirit of coziness and sincerity. Before delving deeper into your journey, let's visit one of the most mysterious and secluded places hidden in the heart of the city. Imagine descending into underground tunnels, hidden from the eyes of tourists and ordinary passers-by, where secret karaoke bars and wine cellars are concealed. Azerbaijan is not only breathtaking mosques, picturesque mountain ranges, and fragrant tea that can be felt even in high mountains if desired, but also countless amazing hidden corners that are rarely talked about on tourist forums. Allow yourself to imagine how, late at night at 2 a.m., you sing your favorite Beyoncé songs in some dark, little-known basement, continuing to enjoy the atmosphere of sincere seclusion. Such an adventure could happen somewhere in the very center of Baku, behind an unassuming door with no signs, along narrow stairs leading to secret rooms. These places are not like standard clubs with brightly flashing neon lights, lacquered untidy tables, and endless noise. Here you are surrounded by velvety, cozy booths, subdued lighting that creates an intimate atmosphere, and acoustics that make you feel like you're on stage at an international festival. Locals cherish these corners because they do not want the wider public to discover them. They do not advertise their hidden venues online, preferring to keep them within a strictly limited circle. You can learn about them only through trusted acquaintances, or if you happen to accidentally follow someone into a twilight alley without bright signs. Then you will find yourself inside, in a completely different world. When you step inside, the surroundings instantly change. The lighting in these places is soft and warm, reminiscent of LED lamps that create a cozy ambiance. Vintage microphones, old posters, and a menu featuring the finest wines from vineyards you only heard about before, with names you'll never forget. Azerbaijan is a country renowned for its winemaking, which represents a unique cultural layer with approximately 7,000 years of history. In recent years, more attention has been drawn to small wineries located in secluded corners, where locals organize small, cozy wine lounges beneath the noisy city streets, leaving behind an aura of mystery and exclusivity. In these hidden venues, you can enjoy not only classic wines, but also extraordinary drinks. Dry red wine, Matras, which quenches thirst more intensely than any other, or white floral wine, Bayan Shire, whose aroma remains in memory for a long time. They are served alongside local cheeses, smoked meats, nuts drizzled with honey, all creating a harmonious and rich taste, enhanced by an atmosphere of seclusion and genuine pleasure. However, the true enchantment of such places lies not only in the drinks, but also in the fact that here, young Azerbaijanis, with a glass of wine in one hand and a microphone in the other, perform not only Russian pop hits, but also Turkish ballads, filling the space with a sense of joy and genuine warm romance. Occasionally, English songs such as Adele or the band Coldplay are played, which are especially popular among local music enthusiasts. Yet nothing can compare to the spirit of Azerbaijani musical tradition embodied in their performances. Sincere and unrestrained, creating an atmosphere more akin to therapy, where you take a journey through your emotions, through voice and music, rather than simply spending the night in entertainment venues. Why does all this happen precisely in underground, hidden places? The answer is simple. Outside the capital and major cities, social norms often remain conservative. Although in some places drinking on the streets is permitted, it is considered indecorous and discouraged by society. That is why karaoke bars and wine lounges thrive precisely in these secluded corners, providing their visitors with a safe space for self-expression and creativity. These establishments have become a kind of oasis of freedom, a place where people can openly show their feelings and push the boundaries of what is allowed without fear of misunderstanding or ridicule. In society, restraint and modest behavior are valued, which is why such hidden clubs and small wine lounges are especially appreciated. You might even manage to attend a closed event or an evening organized by invitation only, where jazz musicians perform variations on Soviet songs or contemporary folk compositions. All of this creates a unique atmosphere that feels more like personal therapy than typical nightlife entertainment. It is a kind of secret community hidden from outsiders, with no names or social media tags, where only pure talent and aesthetic pleasure prevail, all amid an art that fosters a sense of intimate seclusion. In such places, where drinks are valued for their simplicity and taste, the price of a bottle usually amounts to just $15. There is something poetic in these special retreats. This feeling is especially strong in a city where blooming marble and majestic mosques harmoniously blend with futuristic skyscrapers resembling flames frozen in the sky. Here, in this parallel world, another nightlife exists. Quiet, refined, infused with style and sophistication, transmitted only through acquaintance and trusted connections. Perhaps karaoke and wine are not the most obvious representations of Azerbaijan when you think of it, but such small things can become the beginning of discovering this mysterious city. Behind the facades of ancient buildings, hidden oil wells and rigs, lies a young, free, lively side of Baku, which sings until dawn, enjoying the moment with glass in hand. Azerbaijan is a country where the Muslim population ranks the fifth largest in the world, yet it was here that women gained voting rights as early as 1919. This remarkable fact is significant because it was in this country that women were granted electoral rights even earlier than in the United States with their 19th Amendment, earlier than in France, and much earlier than in Switzerland. And it was not a merely symbolic gesture. Azerbaijani women acquired formal political rights on an equal footing with men in a very short period following the collapse of the Russian Empire, just 2 years later. It is incredible that this happened in a Muslim country almost 2 decades earlier than in those countries where a secular regime reigned much longer. Why did Azerbaijan become such an exception? During those years, Baku was experiencing a true oil boom and was simultaneously becoming a crossroads of cultural and ideological currents. Persian poets, Russian revolutionaries, Turkish intellectuals, and Western thinkers gathered in cafes, salons, and on the streets, creating a unique atmosphere. Ideas about equal rights for women were actively discussed. They were printed in newspapers, addressed in public debates, and promoted by reformers such as Mahmoud, Amin, and Ersols. Women not only voted but also actively participated in social life, demonstrating to the world that change was possible even in the most unexpected places. At the beginning of the century, truly historic events took place in Azerbaijan, radically transforming the role of women in society. They gained access to education, successfully built careers, and became an integral part of the country's political life. Azerbaijan became the first among Muslim countries to officially grant women the right to vote and hold elected office. This occurred long before Turkey, 16 years later, granted women similar rights, and Egypt followed their example more than 30 years later. However, even today, this significant historical fact remains unrecognized in the collective consciousness. When asking an ordinary tourist which country first in the world granted women suffrage, One often hears the names of countries like New Zealand, Finland, or the United States. Meanwhile, Azerbaijan experienced what became a true historical breakthrough and an example for many, a fact rarely highlighted in headlines and often left out of general narratives. Azerbaijan seldom appears at the top of global lists and rankings, although it rightfully deserves higher recognition for its achievements and contribution to the development of modern society. Contemporary Azerbaijani society continues to be a vivid example of the harmonious combination of deep traditions and progressive trends that shape its unique cultural and historical fabric. Women in this region occupy important and prominent positions across various spheres of life, and their role is gradually strengthening. They make up nearly half of all legal professionals, doctors, and university student bodies, a testament to their high level of education and active civic stance. Talented female singers consistently top the country's music charts, captivating audiences not only with domestic popularity, but also with international recognition. At the same time, women involved in professional sports proudly represent Azerbaijan at international competitions, enhancing the country's reputation on the world stage. However, despite these achievements, a more conservative perception of men's and women's roles persists in rural villages, where traditional views still exert strong influence. The familiar way of life and traditional values continue to play a significant role and shape the lifestyle. At the same time, the memory of an important historical step remains. Events of the 20th century, starting from 1919, when Azerbaijanis first became aware of the importance of fighting for equal rights. Many people perceive this period as a crucial milestone, a source of pride and a symbol of national identity, a testament to courage and resilience. This historical fact is not just a dated event, but an unwavering part of the spiritual culture, a reminder that Islamic identity does not automatically imply social conservatism or inflexibility in the face of change. Azerbaijan's entire cultural and historical journey continues to inspire people around the world. There is a special atmosphere in the country where the combination of ancient traditions and modern trends is felt in every step. For example, one can imagine a cozy walk through ancient caravanserais, where sitting with a hot, fragrant tea in hand, you can observe exhibitions of modern feminist art initiatives, unusual exhibitions rarely covered in standard tourist guides, but vividly demonstrating the spirit of free, brave, and progressive people who are not afraid to go against the tide and sometimes ahead of their time. These stories, filled with authentic national spirit, testify to people who, despite all the difficulties and traditional ways, are capable of creating art and ideas that are ahead of their time. But Azerbaijani reality is not only rich cultural heritage and historical achievements. On the outskirts of Baku, at places where chains of railways once stretched and where ancient Soviet warehouses with grain and oil equipment stood, something amazing and very relevant today is happening. Young entrepreneurs are transforming these abandoned concrete structures, harsh, massive, covered with rusty inscriptions in Cyrillic and tangled chains from the Cold War era, into centers of high technology and innovative development, becoming catalysts for new ideas and business projects. In these sites, which previously served as storage and industrial zones, the most advanced platforms for fintech development are being built, along with creating unique programs for drone-based solutions. In these secluded corners, language programs capable of competing on global markets are being recreated, and platforms for startups reaching top positions are being developed. These abandoned buildings, once immersed in oppressive silence and surrounded by crumbling walls, still bearing faded Cyrillic inscriptions or rusty memorial structures, have been transformed into centers of innovative growth. Inside these spaces, one can encounter lively pitch sessions, intensive UX design workshops, as well as recording studios and podcast rooms. All of this creates a unique aesthetic reminiscent of the post-apocalyptic style of hacker communities, where the energy of leading technology centers in Silicon Valley intertwines with the distinctive character of Eastern European resilience and hard work. How did all this become possible? The reason lies in the decisive measures taken by the Azerbaijani authorities, who, recognizing the importance of diversifying the economy and the necessity of not relying solely on oil, endeavored to create attractive conditions for the development of new sectors. Inspired by this, the government established a special Azerbaijan Innovation Agency, a powerful institution investing significant funds into the creation of technoparks, the issuance of startup visas, and the development of international cooperation models. These measures attracted the attention of numerous investors seeking promising markets and interested in the country's innovative potential. Through active state support and initiatives by local entrepreneurs, Azerbaijan began rapidly developing its own startup ecosystem, impressing with its ambition and perseverance. In this process, not only government structures but also entrepreneurs developing innovative products, competing in international markets, actively participate. In this style, a group of young specialists develops new platforms, technologies are created, and a future is shaping up that should be a worthy continuation of the country's cultural and historical heritage. One of the most vivid and compelling examples of how change and transformation are happening in the modern world is the innovation center called Next. This modern and dynamically evolving cluster is located in a former industrial district, which once served solely as a manufacturing site, but is now one of the most vibrant and promising places for technological and creative development. Life is bustling in this area. Young specialists work actively here. Teams of developers and innovators gather, and they implement their ideas and projects in harmony. Next has become a magnet for those involved in developing new green technologies and seeking ways to integrate them into the modern economy. It's no coincidence that this place attracts the attention of many entrepreneurs, especially those just starting their business journey. Supporting them is a company called Super VC, which provides necessary assistance, funding, and advice, enabling novice entrepreneurs to enter the international arena and achieve notable success. This support helps young startups not only break into the global market, but also participate in various international competitions, where they can showcase their ideas to experts and investors from around the world. Thanks to these efforts, many of them attract serious investments and begin fully implementing their projects. Part 12 of 18. It is worth highlighting one of the local startups engaged in creating a unique speech recognition system. This system is focused on Turkic languages, which for a long time remained neglected by major Western tech giants, such as those in Silicon Valley. Meanwhile, the potential for this direction is enormous, as it involves hundreds of millions of speakers of these languages whose needs have long gone unheard. Developing such a product opens new horizons for communication and automation, enabling expanded interaction with technologies for those who speak Turkic languages. At the same time, there is another equally important startup dedicated to digitizing ancient manuscripts and historical documents through machine learning technologies. These modern methods revive the rich heritage of the past, making it more accessible and understandable for today's people. As a result, we see how historical monuments and manuscripts become part of the digital space, integrating ancient knowledge and traditions into current agendas, blending the past and the future in one place. Those who create such projects are particularly impressive due to their youth. Many are just over 20 years old, yet they already speak several languages and have a good grasp of global trends. They not only understand the political and economic situation in the world, but also seek to break down stereotypes imposed on their countries or regions. Many young people are proud to turn the legacy of the Soviet era into a powerful platform for implementing new ideas that once seemed impossible. For them, true pride lies in transforming the past into a driver of progress, embodying the idea of freedom through innovation and new technological solutions. The industrial and cultural space of this region is gradually filling with new meanings and contexts, including in the entertainment sphere. Even the nightlife here is undergoing a transformation. Popular underground parties now take place directly in co-working spaces and office environments that are bustling with activity during the day. At night, these places turn into clubs with live DJ sets, creating a special atmosphere that blends industrial romance with modern digital dreams. In this nightly scene, the industrial past and the future merge. The dust of asphalt intertwines with vibrant lights, sound, and energy. That is why, the next time you hear about Azerbaijan, let your imagination go beyond the familiar images of Caspian oil platforms. Picture an old warehouse or an abandoned factory transformed into a modern tech park or a startup headquarters. Among massive LED displays and cozy armchairs, ideas are born that have the power to change the world. In this corner of the Caucasus, the future no longer waits for an invitation. It has already carved its own path to success. Just an hour's drive from Baku, in a place where shimmering skyscrapers coexist with Formula One racing tracks, lies a unique, world-renowned monument, Gobustan. This historical complex, recognized by UNESCO, is a meeting point of eras, where antiquity literally comes alive against the backdrop of modern architectural masterpieces. Gobustan is not just an open-air museum, but a living diary of human history. Here, on an area covering more than 6,000 petroglyphs, scenes of ancient people's lives are captured, with some of these images dating back 40,000 years. These rock carvings etched on the cliffs, along with some of the earliest writing systems and fire-worshipping temples, represent unique historical and cultural treasures preserved to this day. Just 20 minutes from the bright, modern skyscrapers in the heart of Baku are these ancient monuments, telling a story no less significant than that of contemporary technological achievements. In an era when no states or borders between peoples yet existed, ancient hunters and sun priests left symbols and images on stone cliffs to pass on knowledge of their beliefs, their lives, and the ceremonial rituals that formed their spiritual world. These petroglyphs serve not only as visual records of the past, but continue to be part of the cultural heritage recognized by international organizations today. Gobustan stands out among numerous ancient art sites precisely for its remarkably well-preserved condition. Thanks to the efforts of archaeologists and scientists, it has come down to us in nearly pristine state, representing one of the best examples of archaeological discoveries. A testament to an epoch when humans were just beginning to understand and explain the surrounding world. This monument undoubtedly holds an important place in world history and culture, reminding us of human creativity's potential and of how multiple eras are separated from us by millions of years. Hidden among majestic rocks and towering mountain ranges are astonishing monuments and images that evoke admiration and curiosity among travelers exploring these lands. Among them are ancient drawings of boats, reminiscent of mysterious Viking ships, as well as scenes with musical instruments that seem to come alive in the viewer's imagination. Some researchers believe these images are among the oldest star maps known today, adding an aura of mystery to their already intriguing nature. To this day, scientists actively discuss what these symbols truly mean and their real significance. But one thing is clear: within this corner of the Earth lies the oldest history, still waiting to reveal its secrets. What is truly astonishing is how little modern people know about Gobustan and how rarely its name appears in popular travel guides and tourist maps. Part 14 of 18. It seems strange that Azerbaijan, while somewhat shading its cultural heritage, consciously keeps this unique monument in the shadow of tourist routes, adding an aura of mystery and secrecy around it. While millions of travelers head to famous sites like the Colosseum in Rome or Machu Picchu in Peru, Gobustan appears to remain a hidden gem, concealed behind a veil of obscurity. Its slow, silent expanses seem frozen in time, weathered images that have survived earthquakes, destruction, and eras of change, as if guarding their secrets untouched by any protective barriers or warning signs. Visiting here, one feels as if they've entered a parallel reality where the past and present merge into a single whole, and time has no power over the ancient rocks and petroglyphs. But Gobustan is just the beginning of your journey through the wondrous country of Azerbaijan. Not far from here, in the very heart of the capital, Moscow, lies the famous fire temple, Atyug. This sacred site is located directly above a natural spring from which natural gas constantly emerges, burning endlessly. Imagine this pentagonal stone enclosure built to surround the glowing flame that never extinguishes and continues to illuminate the slope with its bright tongues of fire. For many centuries, Zoroastrians and Hindu monks, pilgrims for whom fire symbolized the divine principle and eternity, gathered here from different parts of the world. They brought offerings, left their prayers on the walls, inscribing them in Persian and Sanskrit to capture their good words and hopes. And the most remarkable thing is that the flame in this place knows no loss or fading. It burns constantly, as if nature itself decided to keep this symbol alive and bright for eternity. Azerbaijan is often called the land of fire, and this designation is not just a marketing trick, but genuinely reflects the true essence of this beauty. Here, flames emerge from the depths of the earth as if from the very bowels of the universe, creating a mesmerizing spectacle that captivates with its mystical energy. Another unique site is Yanardeg, a slope where natural gas has been escaping since ancient times, maintaining that flame with unceasing continuity. Local residents assure that this fire has been burning for thousands of years, and nature itself seems to have decided to host an endless show here, where the language of the flame is a wise witness to bygone eras and an unextinguished spark of cosmic existence. In this place, a special connection between humans and the earth and sky is felt. History and myths blend into a single whole, creating a unique atmosphere that remains in memory forever. Summing up all that has been seen and experienced, an astonishing combination of rich cultural heritage and incredible natural wonders unfolds before you. Here, just a few steps away from cozy cafes where you can enjoy fragrant saffron tea and use free Wi-Fi, lie ancient cave paintings created many centuries ago, long before the appearance of the Great Pyramids of Egypt. Nearby is an interfaith temple illuminated by the last rays of the sun and a slope with an eternal flame that has burned for centuries. All of this is a living open-air museum where every crack, every painting, and every spark of fire holds secrets from thousands of years ago. If Azerbaijan were a vast museum, this piece of land outside Baku would be its most mysterious and valuable gallery. A place that, in terms of significance and age, can rightfully be considered part of the very history of civilization. Nevertheless, despite the uniqueness and richness of these monuments, Gabristan is rarely mentioned to the public. If you ask local residents, they are more likely to see this as an advantage. Thanks to such ignorance, it preserves its mystery and genuine authenticity. Hidden from prying eyes and tourist crowds, this treasure trove of cultural and historical sites holds special value. In addition, Azerbaijan is renowned for its delightful cuisine. Vivid, rich flavors in dishes, fragrant sips of pomegranate drinks, blazing aromatic pilaf, and many other culinary masterpieces that leave no gourmet or true traditionalist indifferent. All these riches, natural and cultural, make the country truly unique, a place where history lives and breathes, and where everyone can find something dear and close to their heart. Have you ever been offered to try such amazing dishes as shimmering, almost burning hot rice with a rich pomegranate sauce, or fragrant lamb cooked in an ancient oven, so tender and juicy that the first bite takes your breath away? And all of this, despite its sophistication and rich flavors, is very affordable, close in price to ordinary fast food, making such gastronomic pleasures accessible to everyone. Welcome to the wonderful Azerbaijan, a land where every dish turns into a real culinary performance imbued with traditions and a wealth of flavor combinations. Let's begin our acquaintance with one of the most famous gems of Azerbaijani cuisine, shaplov. Many consider it simply rice, but that's far from the truth. It is a true culinary masterpiece that commands meticulous attention. Thin saffron added to the rice gives it a delicate yellow hue and a rich, fragrant aftertaste. Cinnamon, dried fruits, and lamb are layered into the dish, and then everything is carefully wrapped in a golden, crispy crust called gazmak. Before serving, the dish is sliced right before your eyes, as if revealing a treasure from which thick, fragrant steam instantly rises. Sometimes the head chef ignites it to impress guests, serving it at the table with flames to create an even more spectacular effect. This method of caramelization, performed right at the moment of serving, transforms an ordinary dish into a true show and makes the cost of such a masterpiece, typically no more than $7, seem like a bargain to any gourmet. Such a dinner is a real delicacy at very modest prices, capable of surprising even the most discerning observer. However, this is just a small sample of what Azerbaijani cuisine has to offer. In addition to shashlik, it is essential to try another signature drink, narsarap. Thick, tangy, and rich, this sauce is made from reduced pomegranate juice and has an amazing ability to finish off a meal and add a special aroma to dishes. It is used in preparing fried lamb, added to salads to make them more flavorful and aromatic. Pomegranates are an integral part of Azerbaijani culture, like precious stones scattered throughout the cuisine. They are used to produce fragrant wine, freshly squeezed juice, and to garnish dishes with fresh pomegranate seeds, such as sprinkling baked eggplants. The taste of pomegranate is a unique harmony of sweetness and tartness, like a powerful fruit note that seems to leave a pleasant aftertaste and evoke a desire to continue enjoying each new sip. This rich flavor delights the palate and also stimulates the appetite, creating a special atmosphere during the meal. On the streets of the capital and in small workshops across Azerbaijan, you can also find dishes worth noticing. Simple yet elegant street snacks impress with their concise sophistication. For example, kutiabs, thin flatbreads filled with fresh herbs, cheese or greens, fried on a special convex metal pan, then folded into small edible envelopes. These treats can be eaten on the go, enjoying their soft dough and rich flavors. Another popular street dish is liulia kebabs, pieces of aromatic chicken meat stuffed with nuts, baked until golden, and seasoned with spices. They offer a real sense of homely coziness and are extremely affordable, making them accessible to any traveler. Even tea in Azerbaijan is a true ritual. It is served in elegant pear-shaped glasses, accompanied by refined additions, lemon slices, sugar, and fragrant jam. Such tea becomes a small ceremonial act, filling every pause between dishes with warmth and comfort. This drink accompanies not only the meal, but also every meeting, creating an atmosphere of calm and friendliness, which is one of the most important aspects of Azerbaijani hospitality. Despite this wealth of gastronomic pleasures, you can afford to dine like a king and pay less than you would for a regular fast food lunch back home. In addition to sophistication and flavors, Azerbaijan offers unique opportunities for those who enjoy active recreation and adventures. In the Caucasus Mountains, you can ski early in the morning, then spend the entire day flying hang gliders over protected valleys and ancient villages, or in the evening, take a high-tension zip line between peaks, feeling the full power and freedom of this experience. Just a few hours' drive from Baku, the capital of the country, majestic mountain ranges of the Caucasus stretch out like something out of a fantasy novel, with sharp peaks and picturesque valleys, attracting adventurers and nature lovers alike. These tall, snow-capped summits not only impress with their grandeur, but also amaze with their accessibility, making them special for those seeking active winter entertainment. Traveling to the Shakdag Ski Resort, you will find slopes that rival well-known European resorts in quality and level. At the same time, prices for services are significantly lower, and the absence of queues makes the experience on the slopes even more enjoyable and comfortable. The cost of a lift ticket is less than $20, making skiing affordable for almost every winter sports enthusiast. And thanks to the lack of queues, you can fully enjoy the freedom and spaciousness as if wrapped in the cozy warmth of your own home. Wide slopes are perfect for beginners, helping them confidently learn the basics of skiing and feel safe on the slopes. However, more experienced skiers can also find challenging sections, narrow trails, steep descents, and technically demanding turns that add variety and provide a special thrill for those seeking an adrenaline rush. It's not difficult to experience a rare sense of complete immersion in the silence and tranquility of the surrounding nature while skiing through these routes, amid majestic mountain landscapes where every movement creates a symbiosis with nature. When winter gives way to spring, the snow begins to melt and disappear, transforming Shakdag into a year-round active recreation center. In the summer, this place becomes a true paradise for adventure lovers. Here you can ride mountain bikes along steep trails, climb rocks in off-road vehicles, and explore exciting routes through scenic paths encircled by wild nature. One of the most memorable attractions in the region is a long zip line that stretches over 200 meters. This attraction extends over dense forests, mountains, and sheer cliffs, offering travelers breathtaking views that evoke strong emotions and an indescribable sense of thrill. Standing on the edge of the platform, preparing to jump, one experiences a powerful thrill, heart pounding faster, and nervous excitement taking over every cell of the body before the legs leave the ground. For those eager to experience new thrills, the Tufan Dağ mountain area near Gabala offers landscapes that seem to have come straight from a living postcard. Here, every paragliding flight becomes a journey through a magical, lively painting. You soar above roaring waterfalls, green valleys with emerald grass, and remote villages that appear frozen in time, preserving unchanged features from the era of the Great Silk Road caravan routes. This extraordinary wild place represents a unique adventure accessible to every seeker of new sensations. While tourists flock to sunny beaches or snowy peaks of the Alps, Azerbaijan, in its quiet and modest way, creates its own special mountain adventure culture. This region is no less vibrant and expansive than popular global destinations, offering travelers something truly unique and memorable. The entire history of this area is filled with secrets and mysteries, waiting only for the right moment to unfold and astonish travelers. Every new discovery here is like a rare jewel hidden for centuries, ready to reveal its uniqueness and captivate with its extraordinary beauty. I hope this story has been able to touch and understand you, and to give you a few pleasant moments filled with knowledge, emotions, and inspiration. May this small journey through words become for you a window into a vast world of unexplored corners, full of amazing discoveries and exciting adventures that many dream of. Ahead of us lie new stories, more thrilling and intriguing, and your support is an important part of this journey, helping us create content that truly amazes and inspires. Perhaps you will be interested in the next note or video, prepared especially to transport you to new mysterious corners of the planet. And I am confident that it will also bring you no less pleasure, new knowledge, and wonderful discoveries. We look forward to hearing your opinions and learning which countries or topics interest you the most, so that in the future we can explore new exciting destinations together. Thank you for your attention and participation in our virtual adventure, and I eagerly await new meetings, those that will once again immerse us in a magical and diverse world of knowledge, beauty, and endless possibilities for new discoveries.